welcome to my video of how to play Hearthstone, and with a special ad of how to play Hearthstone offline. Many of you will ask themselves, offline? Why does he want to play the best CCG ever offline? I mean, it's made by Blizzard. Now you can play the beater. So if you are from America or the American region, like Blizzard Activision declared it, then you are lucky and maybe you got the beta key and now you can play Hearthstone. Yeah, very cool. But myself, I'm from Germany and I'm not living in the American region. I do not have an American beta key and I'm not that lucky to get one, so that I could make an American account for the Battle.net to play the Hearthstone better now. So what will I do, and why do I want to play Hearthstone offline? So next week there will be the Gamescom in Germany, in Cologne. Yeah. And I will be there and I want to play Hearthstone. Of course you could play Hearthstone on the official Hearthstone booth, but you will have to wait about an hour, I think. And as I heard from other possibilities to play Hearthstone around the world, Blizzard will just bring the starter decks you will get when you start playing Hearthstone on the internet for free. Yeah, and these decks totally are annoying. They're all annoying because they do not really show off the whole hero class they belong to, and well, yes, they aren't very balanced. I mean, from what I saw, I think the rogue starter deck will be the most dangerous starter deck. Why? Because of the amount of direct damage you can deal. You have creatures that will deal direct damage when they come into play. You have many abilities that will deal direct damage and even increase the direct damage if you had played a card before. But I did not see that much combo cards in the deck, so that's what I meant by saying they do not show off the whole hero class. The whole hero power is just a glimpse of that heroic power, and you just should learn how to play and maybe find out more when you play on, and so on and so on. Yeah. So I will tell you how to play Hearthstone so that you aren't that newbie when you can play Hearthstone. And I will tell you that by showing you my printed warrior deck. Yeah, I think we should start with the hero. That's Garrosh Helmscream. Yeah, the evil orc himself. He's a warrior hero in Hearthstone, and he has 30 life points, as all heroes, and this hero especially, have. And so he's a warrior. He has a special warrior ability called Armor Up. That means he can pay 2 mana once per turn and gain 2 armor. Armor is mostly kind of special life points. It's the only way to increase the life points of a hero above 30 if you use armor. If you have armor points and your hero will be dealt damage, then you have first to reduce your armor points and then your health points. Okay. To build a proper deck you need several kinds of card types. The first card type is the most various. It's the minion. Minions have mana costs, attack power and health, a gaming text and a name, and of course this picture, and this kind of box that shows you if it's a neutral like this or a hero specific minion like this. You can see it on this box. Here you see the red box lines, you see this yellow thing in there, and so you see it's a warrior card, and you see here the mana points, that it will cost. Here the attack, here's the life points, and here's the game tag, here's the name. It's all the same, but just the box will look different, as it will look different for legendaries like Leroy Jenkins. They will always have this dead skull of a dragon, and they will have this yellowish looking gem. So we'll see, yeah, these are legendary cards. Legendary cards can only be once in your deck, not 2 times like every other card, but just once. Oh, and not get confused, the hero power is not a card in your deck, as a hero is not. I just printed these 2 cards because I will play it offline. If you play it online, you will have your picture of your hero, and beside the hero picture you will have a box where you can read the hero power. So we have our minions, and you will definitely need abilities. All abilities in the game are specific for each hero, so there aren't neutral abilities you can use in every hero deck. Well, okay, there's one, it's called the coin, but I will explain this later. So you will have only hero specific abilities. They also have this kind of mana cost here, the name there, and the game text, and no attack and no life points, because these are abilities, like the abilities you know from World of Warcraft. Yeah, they cost mana, and you will hit. So the mana system is more like you know from the first version of World of Warcraft, where most of the classes still had mana. Yeah. And now, here is it in Hearthstone. And the last type of cards you will need, especially if you play warrior, are weapons. Weapons have their mana cost, the name, a picture, game text, if there's game text. This X has no game text. Attack power and endurance. Why does the weapon have endurance? Because every time you use a weapon it loses 1 endurance. If it goes to 0 endurance it will destroy it and leave the game. It's a shame, but there's nothing like a graveyard in Magic, or like a discard pile in other games, so you can't bring back any card that is destroyed or leaves the game in any way. Maybe Blizzard will change it in the next editions, but at the starting edition of Hearthstone there is no graveyard. So now that I have explained all the kind of cards you need to build your deck, you will start and build a 30 cards deck. All cards can be 2 times in this deck, except for legendaries, they can just be 1 time in the deck. And then you start to play. First, you want to find out who will go first and who will go second. The loser, so the person who goes second, is maybe the winner in my opinion, because he gets the coin. And the coin is one of the most imbalanced cards in the game, I think. It only costs 0 mana. It's a neutral spell and ability, and you gain 1 mana crystal this turn only. So instead of having just 1 mana crystal at the beginning of the game, you have 2 mana crystals in the first turn. Or maybe you will use it to have 4 mana crystals in the third turn. Yeah.